Previously on BMAC bags, we diagnose, we check, and we remove the wiper motor. Watch the video and see how I fix this and get it working for next to nothing. Okay, so now the wiper motor is off, we can go into try and diagnosing a bit better and repairing it. So already there's this black wire there, which I just knew from seeing that it's there's clearly an earth problem with this. So there was someone who tried to do a little quick fix by just doing a wire and onto the chassis body itself, but clearly it didn't last. From seeing this, I had an idea what was wrong with it anyway. So what we've got to do now is we just got to remove this plastic cover and have a closer look inside the actual motor itself, inside the motor housing itself. That just comes off with just unclipping those clips at the side and wiggling it out. You can see here. Just take your time, slip it out, and it will come out easy enough. Just doing a little inspection here, seeing if there's anything else that's obviously wrong with it. Close up again with that torch light. Got to get one of those lights from Sealy also. Very, very, very good. We're getting the close up inside here. Now, if you can just see on that bit in the middle, that like half moon kind of dirt there, that's corrosion, and that's what's stopping the motor from earthing to the body itself. That bit of corrosion there, that bit of burning there, is why it won't connect. Why it's got a poor earth. Now what we're going to do to remediate that is we're going to give that a little clean up so the connections are good and it won't be cutting in and out like that. Also looking on here, I don't know if you can see in that bottom right corner there to the right of that cog, there's a dirty little spot there which also shows it's not connecting very well. So we just clean this out with a bit of sandpaper or some sort of abrasive, making sure not too much nonsense goes inside the motor itself. And you can really see that I've cleaned it up massively already. It doesn't take much because it's not really a high voltage, a high amperage area really, not awfully high. So it'll only be a little bit corrosion. So now we're trying to clean up all the contact surfaces that are earthing down to the body. So we're using sandpaper, a pick, anything really, anything just to get it off, anything just to scrape it off and make the connection a little bit better. And the other ones there, the three little ones there as well, they actually go onto the inner wheel of the motor there. Just cleaning them up, just doing simple things, due diligence, making sure it's got the best chance possible to work. Because a lot of times you can just fix it's only these simple things that are wrong with things. So yeah, we're just making the best of what we've got here. We can always buy a new one. Now we've done our cleaning up, we're just tidying up any excess mess that's inside, any old dirty grease that's in there, and we're going to repack it with some new grease. Once again, we're just having a look now. Now what I did was, just to get a better connection, is I just lifted up this connector so that when we close it up inside back in the housing, it's got even a better connection than it had before. So just lift it up, don't do it too much because it will break. And you can see I'm just giving you a profile there. Now it's nice and springy. When we push it up, it's got a tighter connection. So now with my little bit of grease, I used some lithium grease that I had lying around. I'm just packing it really, just packing it around the cogs and the working parts, just so it makes it a bit more easier. I took out the dirty stuff and I put some new stuff in, you know, just to make it work. We're just trying to make the most of it. I mean, if this doesn't work, we can always go and buy another one, but I like to always give these things a chance first. So just simple basic things go a long way. Now I should have resealed the edges with some sort of silicone sealant, but I actually forgot, to be honest, so I'm not going to lie to you. I actually make mistakes. But yeah, just clip it on and make sure everything's all tidied up. Now a couple of the areas here were showing some signs of seizing and rust, so I just decided to put a bit of copper slip on it, some anti-seize on it, and in the other areas I put a bit of grease. Yeah, I just thought that this part the grease would serve better than the copper slip, if that makes sense. I don't know why I've done that, but yeah, I just thought I'd take a chance there. And make sure not to spray too much. And I sprayed a bit on the actual wiper. I don't know what you want to call them, shafts themselves. Now they will stop it from sticking if you ever have to take it off again. So now we're just reversing what we did, putting it all back together, making sure we're doing it in diligent steps. Now when you put this wiper motor on, when you start to screw this up, do not forget to put the rubber things over the shaft. I had to take off my wiper motors again to do this all again. So learn from my mistakes. When you put in the car back together, after you put this scuttle panel on, you put them little rubber boots on top of them. Now in the previous video I showed that I had to cut off the cable ties to get these washer pipes loose, so we're just replacing those. It's a bit tedious, it is what it is, but just get it on and take time. Now these scuttle plastics are super brittle. These cars are 20 plus years old now, so you know it's a bit ropey on some of them, so just take your time with it and just make sure to be delicate with it. But yeah, I'm just putting it all back together, chopping off the excess and trying to make it how I got it. Little cable ties there, it's all good. Now we're putting on the wiper motors, and this is where that masking tape comes in handy because I put it in exactly the same spot that I removed it from. Ease it in, lay it down, you know where it is. Feels good. Now we're just screwing it on, tightening it up, nothing major. Don't over tighten these because you'll tighten them till they become loosey and you don't need that. So yeah, just take your time, be reasonable. I'm sure there is some specs, I haven't got them, but yeah, just take your time and get it done. Repeat process on the other side. Like I said before you put these wiper arms on, make sure you put the rubber boot over the wiper shafts themselves. But yeah, just tighten them up nicely. Once that's all done, just start the car up. Remove your little bit of masking tape there. There we go. Take it off. Proper handy, proper simple thing, makes a big difference. Makes your job a little bit easier. Whack the car on and we're working perfect. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to comment, like and hit that notification bell.